All right, guys, what's more important? Time or money? Time or the money you have saved? All right, guys, my name's Ed. Welcome to my channel. So today, real talk. Let's talk about what's more important. I know you got to have a balance of it. If you're retired like I am, time and money, they're up here, guys. They're the top two things you're thinking about. You need money to retire, right? Then you need time to do what you need to do. Time is that thing that money can't buy. That's a lesson I hope everybody knows. Time you cannot buy. If you haven't retired yet, you're thinking about doing it, let me urge you on. I was a little nervous. I was a little afraid to try and retire early. I started watching these YouTube videos from people like you, people like me. That's honest, I did. I figured that, hey, I never really thought about making a plan. And then it came down to, maybe I should take time to make a plan. So that was my time. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm 58. I think I was 58 when I started watching these videos. I'll be 60 next month. Then I came to, okay, retirement. I don't want to work anymore. I want to enjoy life, right? I'm able to walk around. I'm able to be physical and still enjoy myself. I read all these stories about people saying, oh, what are the top regrets? The top regrets. Guys, did you ever see any of those videos? I made a video recently on the regrets of the dying. I read this article from this lady, Brony Ware, I think her name was. She did this. She was a hospice care nurse. I think the top regret from people that she had interviewed that were on their last days, they didn't live a life true to themselves. They wish they had lived a life rather than a life of what others expected of them. Man, that's heavy. Guys, we only have so much time, right? And the time is the reason that I decided to retire early. Because, here's the deal. We don't really know what our number is. I don't know what my number is. I'm going to hope and pray that it's far down the road. But I had some money saved in an IRA. I had a Roth and a normal one. And I'm like, okay, do I do a, like I never really thought about taking that money out. But then here we go, time and money. I'm like, well, I know the time is now. In my heart, I felt it. Licensed contractor, worked hard my whole life. I was tired of being tired, guys. I wanted to just go out and wake up in the morning, walk the dog, swim in a pool. Honestly, can't buy that time, right? So I'm looking at the money part. I'm like, well, what's more important? Well, I'm like, well, once I'm 59 and a half, I can get to some of that money that I saved. And if I decide that it's worth the gamble, not really a gamble, but if you're saving for retirement like I was or I am, you want that money to get bigger and bigger, compound interest, right? So to me, the gamble was to start taking some of that money. You spend your whole life saving it, right? You're not really used to taking it. That's a whole other skill set. Trust me, that's a whole other skill set. So I decided for me, time was more valuable. Time was more valuable than money because we're not going to get this time back. So I left early. And best thing I ever did, guys, let me tell you, best thing I ever did. Because if you're lucky enough to have saved some money, there's something called compounding interest that'll work on your side. Let's say you saved enough to take a few months off, before you get to Social Security. Let's say you're 2 years away from it like I am, and you think you have enough saved to get you there. And that's what I did. And you know what's helped me? That stock market. When the stock market goes well and you take money out, a month later, a couple weeks later, a couple days later, depending on the market, that money builds right back up. It's like you didn't even take it out. You're living on house money. So that's why I say time for me is more important. If you get to the point where you're thinking of retiring and you're one of those workaholics and you're like, I need this much or I need that much, and I've read on this financial paper, that's all good and well. But I'll say from my experience, the most important thing is pay down as much debt as you can. Pay that debt down. And then number two, do things that matter to you. Do things that you'll never get back. I've had a chance in the last couple of months to do things with my kids that I've never had the chance to do during the week. And no amount of money will buy me that time or buy you that time. So, in my opinion, that's what I wanted to do this video, just to get some reaction. Leave me a comment. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what's your situation. Are you retired already? You thinking about doing it? Is the money holding you back? And I hear that from a lot of people. Like, God, you have no idea. You don't know the real world. Guys, I know the real world. I worked in it. I came from a low-income family. I hustled. I worked hard my whole life. And I saved enough to allow me to stop a little early. That's all I'm saying. So for me, time was more important. I'd love to hear your point of view. And that time that I got right now is allowing me to sit in my back patio and make a YouTube video for you. Because I've become really interested in these folks that are like yourself and myself that share this content on YouTube, this retirement community, if you will. I started my channel maybe 5 months ago, and I think it's wonderful. People leave comments, you know, and they let you know that they appreciate the point of view from a different angle, maybe the honest point of view that not everybody's giving. And that's what I try to do, be transparent and just show you from a guy who's a regular blue-collar guy living in a suburban neighborhood who wanted to get out of the game early and enjoy my life with my kids. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I hope I encourage you to do. So time or money. I'm going to say time edges out because you can't buy time you'll never get back, but money makes it possible. So if you're still working, make that time your weekends. If you're still working Monday through Friday, make the time on the weekends your time to get done what you want to do. Make a plan. Try to get to the stages further down the road. Maybe you can go part-time, and maybe that'll be your way to ease into retirement. That was the way I was going to start. And then when you get there finally, make that time, enjoy that time. Don't be hesitant to enjoy yourself. That's a lesson I've had to learn in retirement. You work your whole life and you feel like if you're not keeping constantly busy and doing something, you're not productive. That's a bunch of stuff, guys. If you lay down in the breeze outside on a patio chair and you take a little nap, that time right there was productive for your health. That kind of recharged your batteries and you found some enjoyment you never allowed yourself to do before. That's what I challenge yourself to do. I'm starting to learn that. It's not easier said than done, but that's kind of why I wanted to get into this time money comment. But anyway, if you like the video, tap it please, tap a like. I'd appreciate you following me on this journey. It really means a lot when people leave a comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know your journey. And just let me know, why is time more valuable than money to you? Or if you choose money, and that's perfectly fine, because everybody has their own right. Let me know why. Leave a comment down below. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Be kind to people out there that need it. Love you guys. Thank you. Have a great day.